Hey, welcome to your Hump Day dose of motivation and inspiration. I'm Mr. Eric Watson here to try to get you through the rest of your week with a little bit of motivation and inspiration here, okay? And Hump Day dose is intended to help those who might need a little encouragement to get along the way throughout the week, all right? And what I like to do is I like to present a quote and just elaborate on that quote. And the quote for this week is by a gentleman named George Herbert. And George Herbert was a Welsh-born poet, orator, and a priest of the Church of England. And what George Herbert said was, "Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along." I'm going to say it again. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. Now, have you ever known someone who wanted to achieve something and you know they wanted to achieve it because they expressed it to you and they told you, hey, this is what I want to do. However, the time is just not right. It's just not right now. I don't have the money right now. I don't have the resources right now. Okay. I don't have the time. I don't have all these things. I don't have. And they give excuse upon excuse as to why they can't get started with achieving their goals today. Do you know someone like that? I know plenty of people like that. I used to be like that. I used to defer a lot of what I wanted to do. All right, but guess what? The time will never be right. All the planets will never align perfectly so that everything is just right and in just the right place for you to get started in whatever it may be. If you want to achieve something, you have to go out and get it in spite of some of those obstacles that might be in the way, in spite of your lack of having ample tools at the time. Sometimes you just have to go out and get it. You have to go out and do what you need to do to accomplish your goals, and not come make excuse upon excuse with regard to, I don't have the tools to get it done right now. You start with the tools that you have in place, more tools will come. You start with what you have in place and move forward, and you make things happen for yourself. All right. The time will never be right. And people come up with those excuses all the time with regard to why they can't, why I can't get something done, why I can't advance in my job, why I can't lose weight, why I can't start my business, why I can't do these things. The time just isn't right. But if you keep waiting, you will realize with time and with wisdom, you will come to understand that the time will never be right, because if something aligns, something else will fall out of place. And then when that aligns, then something else will fall out of place. So nothing will ever be perfectly aligned for you to get started with you living your dreams. You have to go out and you have to make it happen in spite of lack of tools that you may have at your disposal. Those are excuses that just hold you back. Don't let those excuses hold you back from what you need to get done. If you need to lose weight and you don't have a gym at your disposal, figure out a way to exercise without having a gym. And then as you move along in your journey, you can find a gym. But just because you don't have a gym at your disposal doesn't mean you can't achieve your goals. If you want to start a business and all the pieces and parts aren't in place, there are some things that you can do to get started. And I guarantee you, as you get started moving along, more pieces and parts will reveal themselves to you. But you have to start getting your hands dirty and start going to work in order to find some of those things that you need to find. So don't let that lack of tools or lack of resources or lack of anything hold you back from achieving your dreams. Go out and get started. You don't have to have a tremendous amount of money to get started with your business. Get started with the small things that you can achieve first, but you have to first get started. Don't wait, because times aren't necessarily going to get better for you. If things get worse, then you'll never get around to it. If your financial situation gets worse, you'll never get started. So don't wait until you have the perfect amount of money to get started. Get started with what you can, when you can. Don't let a lack of resources hold you back from achieving your dreams. I'm going to read that quote one more time by George Herbert. He said, "Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along." Better tools will be found as you go along. But you have to go along to find those better tools. So you may not have all the tools and all the resources you need. Get started with what you have. All right? And get along, and you'll find those better tools. All right? I hope that helps someone. I hope you can better understand that times aren't necessarily going to get better for you. That window of opportunity may not necessarily get bigger. It may get smaller. So get started now with achieving your goals, your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations. Go out and make it happen. All right. So again, I hope somebody got something out of that. With that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Everyone have a blessed and prosperous evening and a blessed and prosperous rest of your week. Go out, get it done. Don't make excuses. Don't wait. And I'm gone.